I guess one of the main things is, I mean, some of you guys might have heard about it, some of you guys might have not. As we're having this meeting. Jay Hobbs. Now, Jay Hobbs has shown interest in coming back to the gang. I know that, you know, some people in the gang want him. But I wanted to have a bigger meeting with the whole gang because I feel like this is a pretty big decision.
The fuck?
And see how everyone feels about him. Now, you know, a while back he got kicked out because he was a, you could say he was spoiled and ungrateful and whatever, which he was. We held the Hood court case. Some of you guys might have not been there for it, but pretty much what happened is he explained that he was selfish and he was spoiled. He did try to start his own, you know, his own gang, and he learned the hard way what it's really like. You try and make something for yourself. And he claims that he's learned and he's, you know, he's a changed man. He's not the same Jay Hobbs.
Do you believe him?
I don't have a reason not to believe him. I don't necessarily believe him or don't believe him. I do believe that he did go through those hardships of times, you know, and he mostly did learn some stuff. That is believable.
What happened to his old gang? Is it like officially done or what?
I don't think it's completely done. I think he's waiting for an answer from us to see what he wants to do.
You want to know what happened, Emma? They got
I don't
raided,
think this
and
shit makes sense. It doesn't make
his
sense.
boys just aren't coming around. Like his gang is built on a bunch of people that are like, they're there for Jay. So if Jay's tired, Jay's busy, Jay's in prison, that's it, no gang. And that's everybody knows how tiring that is, right? Like it's never gonna work long term.
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about Jay Hobbs? Love more. You had some comments. You wanna elaborate?
I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna get to the nitty gritty, guys. I'm gonna speak from the heart here, okay? This guy waltzed into the gang last time as a hang around because of who he knew. I don't give a shit what anyone says. You can't say that it's not true. It is absolute bullshit, okay? This shit needs to be put straight if it does come back around. Number two, it doesn't make sense. You shot this guy in the head for it. You tried to kill him, and he wants to come back to the gang. I don't know. You can't shoot someone, blood them out, and say, no problem, turn around, you can come back. That doesn't make sense to me.
Never blooded in, no?
I guess, well, to a certain extent, but he was always seen as a member over other people from the get-go.
And it also feels like he's just coming back, well, because his shit didn't work out. I mean, if his shit worked out and his gang was doing good and he was doing well and he didn't get raided, he wouldn't probably be even worried to come back.
He'd still be shit talking us.
Yeah.
They're making some good points. I can't lie.
It's not like he went to another gang and then distanced himself from us. He was pissed.
So we're like second best, really.
I mean, what do you expect if you get kicked out? What is he just going to sit around forever and wait? I agree with Daisy on this one. I feel like people deserve second chances if they learn and grow from the choices that they've made.
Didn't he have multiple chances? I don't actually remember. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, he did.
Speak of shit. Speak of shit, idiot.
He
Speak
did have
of
multiple
shit.
chances.
Because this is what happened last time. I mean, just because people, Jay Hobbs knew people in this gang, everyone thought, yeah, sorry, this is my friend. Yeah, welcome here. It doesn't make sense. And people must start to speak with your chest instead of just going with the motions. You understand?
What do you think, Vidal?
But that is the reality that, you know, in the gang, Lovemore, people here have special privileges, Jay Hobbs being one of them. Why? Because they've known everyone, at least the leaders, for a long time.
He's also not wrong.
You can't be oblivious to the fact that he's going to have special privileges even if he's in or out the gang. It's just how it goes. Just how Future has special privileges I would say probably Jack to an extent. Ming, he's a leader, so he doesn't count. But people who were here way before we were, Lovemore, are always gonna have special privileges
I get that.
just because of
Vidal,
how
but
long they were together.
That's GulagGang. That's not Besties. I don't give a shit what he did for GulagGang because that's not my gang. That's not where my loyalties. What to say it? My loyalties
Lie.
lie. Thank you,
Lied.
Michael. My loyalties are with the Besties, and so should everybody else. Not what he did for GulagGang.
See, your point would make sense, but the thing is, you're not the leader, so you do not shape the gang in that view, right? You could have that view, but it's not the way the gang is gonna be shaped because you are not the leader of it, right?
That's correct. You're right.
So it just kind of how the apple falls from the tree. It goes like that. Me, I don't mind it because I've known Jay Hobbs for quite a decent amount of time, and I understand like who he is as a person. And one thing he's very loyal. I think if Forehead didn't kick him, he'll still be hanging around. Yeah, he'll be causing trouble, but who doesn't cause trouble in the gang, right?
Also, I want
That
to say
is a
something a little
point.
more. The only reason I'm in this gang is because I know Cookie and Ming.
You just scream out of Grove Street, bro.
That is also true.
I think there's
I
special.
mean, there's two
privilege
sides, you
argument.
know. Like, is he gonna have like the right mindset this time, or like, is it gonna be the same Jay Hobbs?
Well, see that. Well, that's the thing, right? Like people speak about giving people second chance to see if they learn, but realistically, we'd never know if he did learn his lesson. If he doesn't get a second chance. I'm not saying he deserves a second chance, right? But you can't really say has he learned his lesson or has he not learned his lesson if you don't see it happen, right?
Yeah.
Does everyone know why he got kicked in the first place? Because I honestly don't know.
Well,
I
it was
just know that he was
it was a few things, right? That he was just. Long story short, he showed no respect towards anybody. He didn't know where the line was, and he got kicked out.
So he was Jay Hobbs.
Pretty much.
The day it happened, idiot, it was the same discussion that we'd already solved 3 times over. It was over stage 3 car parts for his car that he said that Future got crushed. Like it was the most nonsense dog shit ever. Just rehashed.
Let me ask this: if this was anybody else but Jay Hobbs, and they came to and said they
No.
want a second chance,
I mean,
well,
listen, I'm not gonna. There's definitely like, at the end of the day, what Vidal said is right. Like a lot of people we have history with, right? It's not really about they did this for GulagGang. It's about what we've done with these people. We have history with them. Yeah, there's gonna be some type of privileges happening and favoritism. It's just that's how it works. Like I'm not gonna deny it. It is a thing, yes. And you're not wrong. If it was somebody else, if it wasn't Jay Hobbs, we wouldn't be thinking about it. But it is Jay Hobbs, and it is a person we have history with. So here we are.
And I think the special privilege argument is the stupidest argument I've ever heard. Everybody in here gets special privilege in some different way.
How so?
Well, I get
I'm not
heaps of
gonna argue
alcohol.
every individual person, but everybody gets treated in a better way than some other people. Some people get away with gang tax. Some people get away with talking shit. Some people get away with this. It happens, right? That's just how you are. That's how you fit in.
Oh God, Lumley, you never fucking pay gang tax.
No, when I catch him, he has. It's just I wake up so late, I never catch him anymore.
And I don't
want
know,
the-
Mike,
you want
it's
the
not even about you
Yeah,
catching
I
him, it's
mean,
the fact that I've literally heard
yes and no.
him
Not
say
everybody gets.
him not having to pay
Some
gang
people in
tax.
the gang.
No, but
some
you're right,
people in the
you're
gang get
right.
special.
Like you spoke
special
about
The
privilege.
overall
OP's
statement
too
is-
bad.
I don't know, but
let him get away
everybody
with not
gets
paying
it.
gang
Everybody
tax
definitely
because
does
the
not get
hassle
it.
of forcing him to get the money is just it's not worth the time. You know what I'm saying? So you're 100% right.
Yeah.
I think the thing for Jay is it's not so much should we let him in, will we let him in? It's how are we going to treat Jay if he fucks up? That's the only thing I think that matters. What will be Jay's punishment?
Jay, I mean, there's only something that has to be corrected.
The exact same shit and crosses the line again. I think that's the only thing that everybody needs to be aware of, so we all know. If Jay fucks around again, there's not going to be any more special privileges. Like that's it.
I completely disagree with all of that.
Yeah, I don't. Because he's
Yes,
gonna
'cause
do
you
stuff
can't-
like that. He's gonna embrace what he's like. You
with,
know?
with a character like Jay, you can't give him like restrictions because that's just unfair. Because no one is gonna have the same restrictions as he has, right? Everyone is different, so.
I mean, his restrictions are going to be like 20 times mine, right? You know what I'm saying? Like me and him could do, I could, you know what I'm saying? But I think people need to feel comfortable that Jay's going to come back and actually not just have a guaranteed lifetime membership, you know? Like,
I think.
feel like
listen,
that would sour
listen. I
people's
think.
feelings.
Listen. I think most of the gang likes Jay Hobbs as Jay Hobbs is, right? It's just that it's like that 10% of the time when he just goes over the top and does something extremely stupid and just doesn't know where the line is. That's the problem, right? But other than that, like, I think what he does normally, I don't think he needs restrictions. People like Jay Hobbs or Jay Hobbs. It's just a few times he just goes over the top.
Well, can you define what's over the top? I think that's what we need to.
Well, I mean, one time,
Oh my god.
one time he made it his life mission to blot out Thomas from the gang, right? For example, that's over the top. Like, as long as he knows where the line is these days, then he should be fine in the gang.
Motherfucker, he did that.
Yeah, he did.
What?
Who's on the floor over there?
Zebra.
I need some food.
You fucking,
Don't have any more.
you moss giant looking fuck.
Okay, so let's say you do bring him back. Is he gonna come back as a hang around or full member or what? What's the plan there? If that's the case, if he's coming back.
Well, I mean, he when he left, he was a hang around. So wouldn't he just come back as a hang around?
I guess it would be a hang around, yeah.
Do we think that there's even a point in doing that? Like, what hangarounds do we have left? Storm.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it
Storm. We gotta speak about Storm as well. We'll get to that as well.
But
I definitely think you bring him as a hangarounds.
He has to be. There's no way we bring him back as a full member of the gang. It wouldn't. I just can't see that happening.
And as a hang around, he can prove he respects the people that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, if he can survive the phase of everybody bitching him all the time, then yeah. But that also might just immediately make him default back. But I mean, I guess it's on him, really.
Yeah, but to be honest, Jay has tendencies to bit like, okay, if it's like Forehead or Miguel or Future or like Ming that's bitching him around, he's gonna, like, you know, bite back, right? But like, he's not gonna. I don't know. Like, I don't have to word it. Like, are you gonna put a restriction on who he can bite back to, like, and who he can't? Because if I call him a fat bitch, he's gonna call me a short fuck. Like, you know what I mean?
No, he can't. The thing is that we can't have restrictions on him, right? Because that's just gonna make it weird, and it's gonna make him crash out. There's no that is like the dumbest shit. Like, Vidal.
Why not? Why not? Obviously, don't let him know, but we all are on board that he's on like a. He comes in as hang around. He's on like a probation period. We all just keep an eye on what he's like, on his attitude and all that, and then we have another meeting in, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, and we'll see how he is, and if we've seen changes or if he's been all good. You know what I mean? And then go from there.
You can't expect him to throw away his gun right
Jay
now.
Hobbs.
For that. You're pretty much asking him to do like a trial period when he.
No. Yeah. I mean, there wouldn't be a trial. Like, he's guaranteed in the gang, but he's gonna, like, we can't just let him in as a full member of the gang. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, he's guaranteed another chance for the gang, but he just has to be, you know, gonna be a fucking full-time moron. It's that simple.
Imagine getting blooded out as a hanger and then you get brought back as a full member. It doesn't make any sense.
That's what I mean. So, like, we bring him as a hang around, and then we just all keep an eye on him for like 3 weeks, and then have a meeting and discuss it if he's changed.
Oh yeah,
I guess, for lack of better words.
I mean, that's what a hang around is a trial period, regardless.
Yeah.
Cheating days.
But I mean, like, if we're all on the same page to keep an eye on him, like, type thing.
But he's not
then,
going to change,
you know,
though. That's the thing, no? I mean, I think.
Well, I mean, not change, but you know what I mean, like, not crossing those lines.
Him wanting to fucking kill somebody. I think that's the only.
Yeah, I don't think. Listen, I'm not expecting him to come back as a brand new person. Yeah. I already said this before, right? I like Jay Hobbs for Jay Hobbs, and I think everyone in the gang likes Jay Hobbs for Jay Hobbs. No one wants him to change. It's just the few times where he goes overboard and doesn't know when to fucking, you know, call it quits. That's what's got to change when he goes over the top. That's it. No, other than that, he's fine.
Yeah, I mean, he literally just needs some self-control.
Well, that's what we're gonna find out, right? That's what's gonna be found out.
But have we spoken to him about that? Has he said anything about that?
Well, yeah, we've spoken to him about it. Yes, we had, like I said, we had the hood court meeting where he, you know, he's claimed he's learned and he's, you know, he's somewhat of a changed man. But that's hard to tell or hard to know if it's true unless you give him a chance.
Oh, fuck him. Give him a chance then.
Yeah, fuck it. I reckon just fucking bring him and hang
Yeah,
around.
hang around. Just fucking kick him out if he doesn't.
Because otherwise, we're just going to go around in circles and keep having the same discussion for fucking on and on and on, and we'll never find out. I reckon just do it.
My thing is, if he's giving up everything to come back, I mean, that shows like he really wants to be here. So who's like the most? Who's the person he respects? Who's the person he respects the most here? Can they not sit down and talk with him when things start to get close to that line?
His daddy.
Do we want to babysit a gang member though?
It's not babysitting. If you genuinely want him here, you like him for
That
who he
sounds like
is. We're
gang
not trying to
babysitting,
change him, but if somebody that he respects the most can be like, "Yo, you're starting to get close to that line," like something simple as that. It's not babysitting. It's just
Well, I
like
mean,
keeping him in check.
That did happen in the past, but you know, just it went through one ear, but it went out the other one. But hopefully things will be different this time.
Boyd, I got a question. Has he said anything about like respecting you or anything at all in the hood court or whatever?
I mean, listen, like I said, he put his case for him. I think, like I said, he's learned, but we're not gonna find out unless we give him a try. It's that simple. Like everything that needs to be said was said at that meeting.
All right. I mean, I think, listen, I think I think we give him a try and everybody understands that Jay's going to be Jay. But the minute that he starts going to the point where he's crashing out and it becomes that, you know, I'm going to kill Thomas or whatever the fuck, that shit, that weird Jay Hobbs shit, everybody just needs to know that that's not, like, that's not allowed. That's the line.
I mean, you say that, but like, people have been doing worse than that.
Yeah, but people aren't on a probationary period after getting, you know, kicked out of the game, come back. You know what I'm saying? 6 months from now, if Jay Hobbs is on his Jay Hobbs weird shit, everyone's going to be used to it, and we're going to know that it's just cap. But he did it in the hang around phase. If he does it again, like, what can you do?
Jack's sweating bullets, right? Jack is.
Yes, we're bringing Jay Hobbs back.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
All right, I guess we'll take it to a vote. If we need one, I mean, I feel like once we want him back. Okay, I'll make it very simple. Does anybody feel like he should not be brought back? And before I ask that question, whenever it comes down to these things, you guys just gotta be 100% honest. If your opinion doesn't align with everyone else's opinion, it doesn't matter. You just gotta say how you feel. Anybody not
like
want
the
him
guy,
back?
but I
I'm
don't
easy,
think
I'm easy.
I think this is it doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
I like the guy. Don't get me wrong. I fuck with him. I think he's cool, but it doesn't sit right with me.
That's what I like. I like
Doesn't
honesty,
make
love.
sense.
I respect honesty out of you. Anybody else feel that way?
I'm easy. I mean, it doesn't really make sense, but I mean, I'm happy either way.
I'm fine with him being in the gang, but I am going to babysit him.
I'm confused. Like half of these motherfuckers here, you don't even know the guy properly, mommy. I'm just confused. It's just like everyone's just on the bandwagon. Why does people not?
I'm not
speak
on
with
the
their chest?
bandwagon. The reason why I would like him to try again is I like that he's proactive. Like if everybody else is busy, he'll gather people and go do shit, and that's what I like about him. And that's what I miss about Jay Hobbs.
Same page. I'm right there
Lamar,
with you, JC.
the thing with that is with Jay Hobbs, like the guy is just not afraid to talk with people. So many people around this, you know what I'm talking about. They're just afraid to talk with new people. Jay Hobbs is just simply not one of those guys. Whoever and anyone is around, it doesn't matter. He goes, and that's the energy that's enjoyable about him. So I said it's so easy to like him, and that's why a lot of people appreciate him. No matter who you are, he's there. No matter how quiet, how loud, how odd, like he's just there, right? He's just one of those types of people. So that's why it's just so easy to like him. That's why people like him around, because believe it or not, it's pretty hard to come. It's really hard to come by those type of people as well.
That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree with Vidal. He's not wrong.
I do agree with Maynard though. I do think when we bring him back, like you said before, Forehead, when the last time it took you to get to a point where you shot him, I think at that point, I don't think there should be that many steps, you know, to get to that point. Especially if it's a second chance.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. When he first got brought into the gang, he was supposed to be in a tight leash, and he wasn't. You got given like 2 or 3 chances before it really did, you know, happen to him. So I think this time, if he does one major fuck up, then he's just done.
But I mean, that's on that kind of like falls back on everybody here as well. Like, if stuff happens to you guys got to speak up as well, right? Like, there's obviously different relationships with them, right? So if stuff happens to you guys that you don't like, you're gonna have to say something. Otherwise, it's just gonna sit there and fester, and no one's gonna know. Because he's gonna talk shit to the people that he's comfortable with, right?
I think he's going to talk shit to the people he's not comfortable with.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but but you got like talking shit is not something that's a major fuck up. Like,
when I
like
say
talking shit is the normal
I'm
thing in
talking
this
about,
gang.
like, stupid shit.
Okay, but I'll say this much: if talking shit and like somewhat tweaking would be something that people would get kicked out, that would be a problem in this gang. Then half of the gang would be fucking out. I'm talking about when he goes over the board and doesn't know what the line is.
I mentioned it before. The minute that he starts doing that shit, like, you know, let's just say you fuck off Jay Hobbs, and he says to you, "I'm gonna make it my life mission to get you kicked out this gang."
There you go. That's a good
the
example
line.
right there. That's an example.
That's what happened to Thomas.
That's how we shit.
Right or wrong, even if Thomas is in the wrong, Jay is in no position to be doing anything like that, right? Like that, it doesn't matter. Even if Thomas did some crazy shit, the minute that Jay thinks that he's the person that can do that, at least bring it up.
Jack said it again. All right. Well, I mean, I think it's. I think most people are for it. I think we'll bring him back. I don't know if he's around right now. I will speak to him. We'll see where he's at, and then yeah, we'll see how it
Is he
goes.
gonna have access to like most of the stuff in the gang or what? How's stuff gonna work?
Don't have access to that shit, do they?
Store never has.
I mean,
so
but
don't.
Jay Hobbs is not like a normal hanger, you know. It's like
I think we'll give him access to one place, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll give him access to everything. No. We'll get to that. You know, we'll get to that. We'll decide.
yeah.